What's happening in Houston? Ryan Adams. It is July 2025. Happy summer, hope all is well. There are some records that have been broken in Houston as far as the real estate market is. I'm gonna tell you exactly what those are as we compare the numbers of June 2024 to June 2025 for our July market real estate update. Let's do it. All right, welcome back. If you have not done so, do me a favor, subscribe to our channel, like it, and drop a comment if you have any questions. As we always try to do, give you the best information we can on what's happening here in Houston as far as real estate's concerned. We're the Adams Group. My name is Ryan Adams. We're located right here in Missouri City, Texas, but we serve all over Houston. And again, we want to inform you as much as we can about what's happening in the real estate market. If you're thinking about buying, selling, leasing, whatever it might be, someone on our team could help you. But to help you even understand it better, we're going to give you the numbers. Yes, there are some records that have been broken. I'm going to tell you exactly what they are. Again, we're comparing June 2025 to June 2024 to give us the numbers. We're going to kind of see if we're up or down from where we were last year. As far as interest rates are concerned, we are still right where we were at basically this whole year. They've been bouncing back and forth from 6 to 7%. A lot of chatter going around. Is Trump going to fire Jerome Powell, who's the Fed chair? That's never been done before. It would be very unlikely that he would do so, but there is a lot of pressure on him to drop interest rates. A lot of people think he's very slow. I think that personally, he was very slow to increase interest rates when he should have, which really is one of the reasons that got us into this inflationary situation we're in now. And he's now seems like he's being slow to lower them. But he's the chair, I'm not. I'm just giving you the information. Here is the numbers for sales of June 2025 compared to last year, June. We had 3,996 sales in the Harris County market. That is up 13%. Great number. A lot more transactions happening year over year. I don't think anyone was expecting that many more sales to happen. So sales volume is up. Lots more sales are happening. Indicates a lot more buyer demand happening. Days on market is up to 62 days. That means that's up 26% of where it was last year. And crazy thing is last year's numbers was up 30% where it was the year before. So homes are taking a lot longer to sell, suggesting that buyers now have more choices than ever before to buy a home. Think about it this way. Back in 2022, buyers, every 2 homes they were looking at in 2022, right now they're looking at 4 homes because the active listings are at 17,000 active listings in the Harris County market. That's up 28% and a new record. Since 2008, we've never had this much inventory happening. So what does that tell us? We're gonna jump in that in just a second, but here's a great number for sellers. If you're a seller, you're probably listening to this going, man, that's not that great. Highest days on market we've had in a very long time. The most amount of listings we've had since 2008. But here's great news for you sellers. Home prices is up 5.64%. The average sales price is $471,413 bucks. So prices are continuing to rise. I stated that back in November in my other video that I said, here's what I thought the predictions were gonna be for 2025, and that is holding correct, which is that home prices are continuing to rise. Now, the question I get a lot, how could you have higher days on market up 26%, number of sales up 13%, and more listings we've ever had since 2008. How could those things correlate to the price rising? Because typically when you have an extra amount of supply and not as much demand, that means that those prices are going to lower. What it means is sellers are still holding that price and the buyers that are in the market are still willing to pay that price. It's just taking them longer, but they're not dropping in price. Sellers are not giving ground on that too much on the price. What we're seeing is that buyers are just extremely selective of the home they're gonna purchase. And because of that, there's more homes in the market they're not selling that maybe should be selling because of that reason. But when they do sell, sellers are getting a good price. Some other just bonus stats to throw out there for you, I thought it'd be fun. The average resale home, by the way, the #1 largest city with the most new construction homes in the country is the great city of Houston. So how does that affect resale? Well, resale home prices, the average for resale is $614,000, 814 bucks. And that's actually up from 611 last year. So it's up 0.5%, but the resale market is still just doing great even despite all the new construction. Another fun fact for you, maybe you've got a home with a pool and you're thinking, how much would a home with a pool go for? The average price in Houston for a home with a pool is $875,893. Pretty crazy that it's that high. Part of that is you have a lot of the luxury homes, and most all luxury homes have a pool, and therefore that's probably driving it up. But hey, if you're sitting on a home right now with a pool, the average is $875. That's a great number for you, even if you're below that number. Lastly, list to sales price ratio. What is the price that a homeowner would list their home for versus what does it sell for? Right now, that's 98.5%. So that means for the sellers are getting 98.5% of the amount that they are listing for. So that continues to be stable. And you know what's great about the Houston market? That number has not changed over the years for a very long time. The last 20 years, it's been right about that 98.5%. The only 2 years it wasn't, which was about 100%, was 2020 and 2021. Questions I've been getting recently, I'm gonna give you these top 3 questions I've been getting. With more homes on the market and increased days on market, why do home prices keep rising? And the reality is, even with the interest rates being higher, it's just consistent buyer demand. Houston is the 4th largest city in the country. Lots of great job opportunities here. Even when other markets are going crazy, Houston has always continued to be stable. Their economic growth and local market stability, therefore that buyer demand continues to stay, and we're not seeing huge drops. Look at Austin. Austin's dropped almost 30% since 2021 in their sales prices, not Houston. Houston's just a completely different market. Second question, is now a good time to buy or sell in Houston? What I would say is, if you are looking to buy or sell in the next couple of years, yes, it's a great time, because it really is a balanced market. How do you know if it's in a seller market or a buyer market? It's always by the amount of inventory you have. Right now, we've got 5.2 months of inventory. That means if we stop putting homes on the market, that's how long it would take for the current buyer demand to buy up all the homes. But that's a very balanced market. 6 months is the most balanced market you could have, and we're at 5.2. So is it a good time to buy or sell in Houston? Yes. One, as a buyer, you have a lot of options. You can get a great deal on a home, and then if rates do drop, you can refinance in a couple years. Second thing is that if you're a seller, home prices are still holding, so you can still get a great price. And I don't see it having a dramatic increase in sales price. 2 or 3% a year for the next 4 or 5 years is what the experts would say. So if you're thinking about selling, maybe you're going, do I wait this year or do I wait next year? You're probably waiting out for 2 or 3% extra on your home. Last question, do homes with pools significantly increase homes value? Yes, they do over a long period of time. However, I would never advise anyone that if you're gonna put your home on the market in the next year to go put a pool in it. You will probably not get your money back. Most likely will not get your money back on what you spent on the pool for what you could sell it for. There you go. There's the takeaways. Again, if you have any questions, if we can do anything for you to help you in your real estate journey, wherever you might be, please feel free to reach out to us. I'm Ryan Adams, the Adams Group at Real Broker. We'll see you next time.